All right, we did see Bernie Sanders in New Hampshire this weekend, but the Granite State and even Iowa don't come before South Carolina in the Democratic primary schedule. At least that's the way the Democrats and President Biden have it set now. And Robert F. Kennedy, as Blake pointed out, in South Carolina with big crowds. With us now, Jimmy Williams, South Carolina political consultant, former staffer to Senator Dick Durbin. Jimmy, it's good to see you. Welcome to the program. Of everything we've said over the past 6 or 7 minutes, do you think we got anything wrong?
Well, you said that Joe Biden's not on the campaign trail. I would beg to differ. If you don't believe me, look at the Air Force 1 mile. But that's a nationwide campaign. What you're interested in for me is what's happening in South Carolina. You know, the Bobby Kennedy Jr. thing is fascinating to me because he is getting traction. I don't think he's getting a hell of a lot of traction, honestly, with Democrats. I think he's getting a lot of traction with independents and some disenchanted Republicans, people who don't want Trump, that want someone that's been, invigorated, et cetera. And Kennedy does give that sort of persona out on the trail. The problem Kennedy has down here is this is Biden country. I'm not saying that just to be willy-nilly. I'm saying it because, Joe Biden was saved by South Carolina and became the president because of his campaign and his support down here in South Carolina. That's not waning. I've seen zero polling. Doesn't matter how many people are showing up at Kennedy's rallies. And by the way, many of which he's doing in the upstate where there are virtually no Democrats. I'm not sure why he's doing that. But that being said, he is in the state. He's campaigning. He's hired a candidate. Go ahead.
No, I guess what I want to do, though, is you zoom out here. There's that old saying, if you're going to shoot the king, you better kill him. That's not necessarily true in politics, right? Just look to Teddy Kennedy in 1980. You don't have to necessarily take out the incumbent president. Just look at George H.W. Bush in 1992, who had the primary challenge from Pat Buchanan. I'm wondering how worried Democrats are because Joe Biden seems so vulnerable, whether it's because of polling or because of the age issue or because, as Blake pointed out, the accomplishments issue.
I think any of those things are all rational worries or concerns that any voter in this country should have. You've got two really old men who are the front runners for their respective parties' nominations, two really old men. And both are embroiled in scandal right now. One is embroiled in more scandal. One may be embroiled in more scandal because of his son, Hunter Biden.
I guess what I'm hearing from you, Jimmy, is that that Democrats are worried and should be worried. You see Gavin Newsom. We did have a graphic at one point of him measuring the drapes. Now we've pulled it back to just Newsom watch here. But he's out fundraising. His PAC's got 12.2 million, Super PAC 12.3 million. It's hard to imagine that people aren't just sort of laying the groundwork. And I'll give you the last word here, but I think it's important. We started the segment off by saying every day it appears more likely, it doesn't mean it's likely, but more likely that Joe Biden is going to at least get a primary challenge or may not be the nominee. Tell me the logic or the argument against that.
Because he's a sitting president of the United States. He has the entire Democratic apparatus at his disposal. And more importantly than that, he's wildly popular in South Carolina. I know that Kennedy's PAC, Super PAC, put out a poll saying that he was within 25 points of the president. But let me be brutally honest. As someone who did polls when we did a Super PAC against Lindsey Graham, and our polls told us that Lindsey Graham was in the throes of defeat, and he won by 11 points. Our polls were wrong. So let me be abundantly clear about something. South Carolina is Biden country. It will remain Biden country. And I don't think either Marianne Williamson or Bobby Kennedy Jr. will break anywhere near 20% because there just aren't enough people. Keep this in mind, Leland. South Carolina is an open primary state. I, as a Democrat, can vote in the Republican primary, vice versa. And so independents can vote in any of these primaries. And if Kennedy has a brain in his head and his campaign people are smart, they'll go to the independents and get them to vote for him in the Democratic primary. He still can't win. He doesn't have the numbers.
Yeah, I've already heard, actually, to that point, there's even Republicans now who are trying to put some money into getting Republicans to switch in South Carolina. Exactly to your point. Jimmy, it's good to see you. We appreciate it. Thank you. We'll have you back.
Thanks, Leland.
South Carolina is the political epicenter right now, certainly for 2024. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.